Hey, it's TruScore Gaming, and today we will be completing a series of jobs for Ruiz in Way of the Hunter. More after this. To begin the series of jobs for Ruiz, you'll need to visit his cabin, which can be found in the northeast part of the map. It's the only cabin north of the starting area, or Bear Den Ranch. Once you enter the cabin, you'll find a note on the table. Hi there. I've been trying to stay anonymous here, but journalists always manage to find me, so I guess there's no need to pretend to be Horace Adams. Maybe using my most famous pen name wasn't the best strategy anyway. People call me a brilliant writer, but the dumbest man practically. I guess I live more in my stories than in real life. Always the main point in any article about me is that I don't have an Android phone. They try to romanticize me as some sort of mysterious person because of it, but it's not about trying to escape the modern world. I just don't know how to use one. I am happy to know how my wheelchair works, and that's all. Yes, I have a wheelchair, and no, you don't need to pity me. I did enough of that myself a decade ago. I used to hunt a lot, but not since the accident. I am happy to just get lost in my stories now. They are more alive than some people in my life, and they never disappoint me. Only my readers, sometimes. I'm switching to fantasy novels. I always felt the itch to do so. I've come here to get inspiration. I already have an idea about the main character, a blind huntress, Naji, who can talk to animals and is cursed to lose a bone in her body for every week she doesn't bring a sacrifice. I want it to take place in these swamps. I grew up here, back when I could walk, but now it's not the most accessible for my wheelchair. I would like you to do some odd jobs for me. I want you to spend some time in the swamps without leaving and to think like Naji would. What are the most prominent feelings in the place? Try to spot as many animals as you can. Just visiting this cabin will now allow you to fast travel to it. You'll be able to rest by sleeping in the bed, and if you interact with the map, it'll tell you a little bit about the swamplands in this area.
You've discovered Nez Perce Valley swamp habitat. Prepare to stick your feet in swamp vegetation and abundant water. This habitat is a home for many waterfowl animals, like diving and dabbling ducks, as well as geese. Many venture here to hunt moose. Their size may lead you to believe that they are an easy animal to locate, but they tend to be good at vanishing between marshes.
You will notice that we don't yet have permission to hunt the lands around the cabin, and for that there's a special permit that can be purchased at the Bear Den Ranch. For this series of jobs, the permit is not required as we will be traveling outside of the restricted zone. To complete this job, you just need to find static signs like tracks and need zones in the surrounding swamp area. You don't have to stay in the part of the map that's highlighted, although you should be able to find one of each in the northern part of the highlighted circle. The 4 species that I was able to find static signs for were moose, wild duck, goose, and scaup. Once you have all 4, just return to the cabin for the next job. Thank you for your first impressions, River. They are not exactly what I expected. Despite your happy appearance, I sense the melancholy behind your words and the loneliness that hunting helps relieve. It helped me a great deal with the first inner monologue for Naji. It seems like you carry a curse of your own. When I was little, I had one happy place I always visited whenever I felt down. I think it's one of the main reasons I came back to Nez Perce. I hung a lot of shed antlers on various trees and decorated them. Over the years, I collected many antlers and just created this magical place. I've been worried it doesn't look like it used to. Wildlife could have eaten them, people could have stolen them. I wouldn't be able to witness it. Can you please visit the place? I'll mark it for you on your map. Now we just have to visit the area that is highlighted on the map. Once you reach Ruiz's happy place, you'll need to interact with the antlers on the tree. Now it's time to head back to the cabin for the final job, Starry Palms. River, I'm so happy the place you described looked just as vibrant and magical as it used to be. Today is a happy day. I have a lot of inspiration flowing through me, and I keep dreaming of this moose. I think it will be the last creature Naji must sacrifice for her curse to be lifted. It's a giant moose with a star on its palms. Every point has a little star hanging above it. Every star symbolizes a bone Naji has already lost. Because this is not a fairy moose who will save her, but the main source of her curse and the nothingness inside her. Does a moose like this exist in Nez Perce swamps? What would it feel like to kill such a monumental creature? I promise this is the last job I will ask you to do. Matthias Ruiz. I upgraded my weapon to the .338 caliber Steyr carbon and purposely didn't equip a scope in hopes that once I completed this job that it would also give me credit for the task called Scoop on Scope, which requires taking down a moose without a scope. To complete Starry Palms, we just need to harvest a 2-star moose or higher, so that shouldn't be too difficult. By now you should have located plenty of moose need zones, and they are pretty common in the swamp areas. Typically, because of their poor vision, you can get within 150 meters of one without too much trouble. Here I even had the wind at my back, but was able to get just close enough for a good shot without scope. Unfortunately, I did not get credit for the Scoop on Scope task, but we did complete Starry Palms, so now it's time to head back to Ruiz's cabin. Dear River, I don't know what I would do without your help. I said that I enjoy my solitude and prefer fictional characters to real ones, but this time I am glad I met you. I feel like we share a lot about what connects us to Nez Perce Valley. Thanks to you, I feel inspired every day and feel less lonely, even though sometimes I like to wallow in my loneliness. Your new friend, Matthias. P.S. I named a character in my story after you. It's Wild River, cheerful spirit of streams who hides great sorrow in his joy. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back soon with more Way of the Hunter.